What's going on, YouTube? I am live this afternoon, just touching base with you guys, letting you guys know what's going on with me and what's happening with the channel and what we're doing here. I'm actually making tickets for our sportsman's club. So that's what I'm doing right now, but I wanted to go live with you guys while I have some time, talk about some of the videos that are coming out from me, what's been going on. Theo's got a video coming out, a couple videos. It is October, so September, October 31. Let's see if I can get the 1 here. 2, 1. All right, so yeah, I'm just making tickets up for our sportsman's club, actually. So I want to see October 31st. Okay, that's a good one. That goes that way, and then what's this one? This goes this way. Okay. So yeah, so we're just, I'm making tickets up. As you can see, we sell tickets for deer management program and stuff like that. So I just make them up. And I went vertical today just to do it, something different. I've been going horizontal for a while, so I figured I will do this now, this way. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Been busy, man. I've been just running, man, running with the kids and with the sports, with my YouTube channel and all my other stuff, Facebook and stuff like that. So we've been real busy. We've been hunting. Got a bunch of hunting videos coming out real soon. What's up, Chris? Thank you for coming in. Like I said, I'm just making some tickets up for my club, our hunting club. We sell deer management tickets. All this money goes to the deer management program for like food plots and things like that. So every month we sell 100 tickets at $2. The winner gets 100, we get 100, and we put it towards our deer management. So that's what we do with the tickets, but I'm in charge of all of it because I am the treasurer of the club. So I'm making tickets up now. I just made dinner this morning. I actually cleaned the living room. I vacuumed the couches because of these Labradors. There's hair everywhere. What's up, Bruce? On the hunt. What's up, man? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, we got some real exciting stuff coming up, guys, with some hunts. Theo has a horseshoe up in his backpack. I swear, he does, man. He's got some luck. We went out a couple times, so I can't really tell you the video, but I want you to watch our first hunt. He gets a shot, so you're gonna want to watch that. So that's coming out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure you're tuning into that. And then also, I'm running a contest right now. We ran the last one. We had a winner on Facebook. But I'm taking pictures. You send me your pictures in my email at tedpolanowskijr@gmail.com of your harvested deer. It has to be a harvested deer. It don't matter if it's a buck or doe. Send us your pictures, and we're gonna pick the 2 best ones out of them that we like, and you're gonna win a chance to win you're gonna win if we pick you. You're gonna have a choice between a long sleeve or a short sleeve shirt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do this. I'm just organizing everything here. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then we just do this. Keep putting them back on them. Yeah, so we're running a contest right now. Nobody entered the contest yet. Nobody has, I guess, harvested a buck or a deer that they wanted to put in there. So, I don't know. I don't know why nobody's entering, but we are. Another thing that I have to announce is I'm on the pro staff of Drink Some Sense. Sean and I believe Dawn are going to be doing a live next week at some point. I'm on 3 to 11:30 this week. That's why I'm going live during the week here. But what did I do here? There, that's why. There we go. Okay. They have some new products out, guys. They have some new gland scents out. That's garbage. They have some new gland scents out. So you want to go over and check out my link on my description, and go over and check out all the new gland scents they have. They have tarsal. We have some polyglandular mystic now, and poly means multiple things are in it. So go check that out. I said multiglandular, but they're calling it polyglandular. So make sure you're going over there and checking that out. All the new products at Jinx Some Sense. It's awesome that they're doing that. So they're getting into the gland. I'm glad they're getting into the gland lures, because that's where it's at, guys. I mean, deer pee is deer pee, but Jinx Some's deer pee is a little different. They have something a little special in there. But the gland sense is what really the deer communicate with. The pee is good, and we all use it. And, you know, that's a good way of having success. But, man, the gland scents are a game changer. A lot of the old trappers and things like that use gland. They extract the gland scent from the deer or their animal that they're using. And that's really where it's at. The gland scents are awesome. We got a doe opening morning. Oh, what the heck am I doing here? We got a doe. I got my little thing right down here below here. So if you see me looking off to the right, On the Hunt says we got a doe opening morning of muzzet on Thursday. In the pic dressed. I didn't see a pic. Send me a picture. But I'm looking for people to enter. I'm looking for people to enter the contest, guys. We had a contest last month. It got over. When did it get over? October 31st is this one coming up. The one that's running now is October 31st. The other one was September 30th. That was on my birthday. And that was just trail cam pictures. So, yeah, we were checking out the trail cam pictures, and somebody on Facebook or something won. So, but now we're doing the deer harvest pictures. It don't have to be a buck. It could be a doe. But send them in, guys. You get a chance to win your choice of a short sleeve or long sleeve off the hook camo shirt. And they're very nice. I got my own store. My buddy runs it. And, yeah, we're getting our shirts out there to everybody. So get out there, represent. Show your support. It helps our channel big time. I'm trying to get to about 5,000 subscribers this hunting season, I'm hoping. We're growing slowly, but that's okay. I don't mind that. And people are watching our videos, so that's good. Now, I don't have millions of views and stuff like that, but every once in a while, one will break loose a little bit, and you'll get some subscribers and get some stuff like that. But that's all I want. I'm not looking to be all big time or anything. It would be cool to do that, but I don't know if I could handle it with all the stuff going on. But yeah, it's nice to have people watch your videos. My analytics are pretty good, so I'm happy with that. I'm good with the growing slowly, you know, so that helps out a lot. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to get into that a little bit of Jinx Some Sense. Sean, Dawn, and I are going to do a live next week. And we're going to be doing a live on their new products. And he'll explain it a little better than I can to you, like, you know, how they came about it and everything. But also, guys, they sell food plot seed as well. And I have my own blend. It's called the Off the Hook blend, and I put it out this year, and I was scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I was nervous because they wanted to see how it grew, and we had a drought this year, and I was very nervous about it. But my dad mostly, thank God that he went down. He went down there and he pump sprayed water over his food plot that we set. Now, we have multiple food plots down there that got stunted a little bit because of the drought, and everybody's food plots were getting stunted. But the food plot where he was hunting, and I said, make sure you're paying attention to that, because that's where we're going to be hunting most of the time, around that food plot. And so he went up there, he watered it, And then all of a sudden it started raining after a couple days of that. So that helped out a lot. And man, is it growing, guys. You got to see. Hey, Hunting and Stuff, thanks for coming in. It's growing good. The deer are in there. Wait do you see the videos? We got deer, turkey, groundhogs. Actually, off of camera last week, I shot at the groundhog, and it was 45 yards with my crossbow, and I just went over it. I just missed it, and I ended up messing up my I lost my arrow, and those arrows, the bolts are expensive for them crossbows, so I was kind of mad at myself for doing that, but I am going to keep an older arrow in my quiver whenever we're out, so, but yeah, I'm doing these for the month of October, these gun tickets, but yeah, go over. Check out the Jinx Some Sense. Check out my code. Use my code. You could save money on your order. They're coming out. I mean, they're on fire this year, guys. They're growing with leaps and bounds. I mean, we are putting a lot of stuff out there, getting it into the public's hand. It's good stuff. It's the best. I believe it's the best scent out there on the market right now. And what makes the company so good is Sean and Dawn themselves. They really put their attention towards us as pro staffers and members, and also their customers, guys. I mean, they are dedicated to their products. They're dedicated to their following. You know, they're loyal to you. They're just a great bunch of people. Some of the best people I've ever met, and I am glad that I'm a part of that company. It's really awesome. So yeah, make sure you're checking them out. You finally got your first buck up on trail camera. Yeah, I got a lot of bucks on trail cameras. That's just a matter of seeing them. I have a new property that I hunt. It's 250 acres. And there's another group of people that are hunting it, and they're pushing it. And it's tough to hunt land like that. So I need to get a morning, and I am picking and choosing. You know, don't let October fool you. We're like, oh, you have to get out there in October, and you'll hear all the guys out there saying, oh, don't hunt mornings in October. Do I believe that? I do have. There is some sense of belief in that, that you can mess up your spot in early October because you're going in there, the deer are already moving and things like that. I am not stamping my logo. I'm stamping the dates on my deer management tickets that we have for our club. We sell tickets every month, and it goes to our deer management program. So I am stamping tickets. I'm the treasurer of our club, so I am stamping the deer management tickets out. And I got to do 300 of them. We do 100 a month. So I am doing 3 months in advance, so I don't have to mess with them. So, but yeah, so I don't know how I feel about the morning hunts. I haven't really hunted morning hunts this year yet, okay? And I'm waiting till like now. Right today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be junk. The weather, it's rainy, it's nasty, windy. So Thursday, there's a little break. I'm looking at the weather. I don't know if I want to. What's hard is I'm working and I'm trying to fit in these days. And then on the weekends, I'm taking my son down to camp because we got some really nice bucks down there. We got a big 8. We got a couple 10s, we got some 7s, we got a bunch of deer down there. But I heard that one of the neighbors shot one of the 10s, but high. And so I don't know if that 10's going to be around again or not. But wait till you see the video, guys. I'm really excited about this video coming out tomorrow. And then the very next video after that, I'm so excited I might not even wait till next Wednesday. I might put them on like a couple days after each other. I don't know. We'll see. But I have some of my hunts that I might throw in there in between. Some of my hunts on my new property and things like that. So we'll do that. But Theo's hunts are unbelievable. Wait till you see what's going on in that. Really neat. What's up, Mike? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Chris. Hunting and Stuff. On the hunt. We got Daniel from Living MM. We got Bruce Morris in here. Who else we got in here? Got a few people. But if you're in here, man, say something. Say hi. Let me know you're in here. Appreciate you guys coming in. I'm just doing these tickets, and I figure I'd go live with you and talk about what's going on. Good morning from Alaska. What's up, Walter? Thank you for coming in. David, thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Appreciate you. We only got 4 likes in here, so make sure you're hitting that like button for me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But yeah, right now, the mornings, I haven't really hunted. The only mornings that I hunted was with my son. And we seen a hammer the other morning. So, and that's in the video. And I don't want to spoil it, guys. I do, believe me. I want to tell you what's going on, but I can't. You have to watch the video, you know? But all I could say is we're having a pretty good season. It's slow for me because I'm a little more picky and all that stuff. And I got a new property and I have a big 8 out there and I know there's a big 10. So I am waiting for the morning to go into that new property. I've been hunting evenings, and what's going on is I'm hunting acorns right now, okay? And the first night I hunted it, and I have that video out so I can talk about it. The first night I hunted it, I seen a really nice 6-point and a 4-point come past me. I passed them both up. I let them go. And yes. Yeah, tomorrow's it's nice tomorrow. You'll see it tomorrow for sure. You'll see that one. But there's a couple videos coming out hunting and stuff that you're gonna want to keep an eye on because it's pretty amazing. But yeah, we got some good ones coming out. So I'm hunting this property, and what I'm doing is I'm hunting acorns. There's tons of scrapes, tons of rubs around, and a lot of people can get mixed up in, oh, you're in a spot that's dead, but there's a ton of rubs and scrapes there, so you're naturally attracted to that spot, you know what I mean, because of all the deer sign. Well, my cameras are just full of different bucks, okay? And oops, I gotta put the dates on them. And so I hunted it a couple evenings. The first time I went out there and hung a stand, and you can see that in my videos that just came up, the new property video and everything. I had a really big 8-point walk up on me when I was setting my stand up. Then here to find out that they were pushing it. So that deer could have came from anywhere and came past me. So I really wasn't banking on that deer coming in to me like natural movement. But I got him on my trail camera at night over there. So I know he uses that area. Well, everything is at night over there, okay, in the acorns. So when I'm going in there after work and I'm hunting the evening, I haven't seen, out of 4 sits there, I've seen those 2 deer the very first day, but then after that, I haven't seen a deer from that stand. Now, when I got out of the stand, I seen a couple in the fields. And that's just a case of the deer getting there after I leave. I'm not doing anything wrong. Now, I'm hunting winds, different winds and everything because I'm learning it. So I hunt every wind there just to see what's going on. And a lot of my wind is a north. If it's a northwest wind, it's going to blow right to the flat where they're coming from. If I have a south wind, that's good. If I have a southwest wind, that's even better. A west wind is good. An east wind, I don't know how much. Southeast is okay, but the northwest wind, I think, is one of the worst winds, and I've had a couple of them. So I'm staying out of there right now. I see Thursday, Friday looking good, but tomorrow I'm going for my eye. I'm going to the plastic surgeon tomorrow for my eye, for them to look at it. Believe it or not, guys, my teeth are still numb, and I still have some bad headaches, and my I can't blow my nose still like hard or anything. It's still pretty sore, you know. So it's rough. I'm getting headaches every once in a while and things like that. So I'm going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning to get checked out and see what they can do or what they can't do or whatever. But I also have a CPAP machine that I sleep with, but I haven't been able to use that because of the bones, the small bones in my nasal cavity that were broken. They said they were like Rice Krispies. If I used that CPAP machine, I would spread those bones out behind my eyes and into my head and all that stuff. So I can't use my CPAP machine. Until at least I get checked out and they can say, yeah, you're healed up enough where you can use it, and then I can use it. So my sleep has been kind of crappy lately, but I've been going 100 miles an hour with everything, with the hunting and the sports and all that. Sports has slowed down, thank God. But, You know, and then it's schoolwork. You know, the kids you gotta monitor their schoolwork and make sure they're on top of things and stuff like that. My kids are pretty good at that. My daughter's in like honors and all that stuff. She does really well. My son, if he don't like a class, he just don't care. He'll tell you. I watch the clock. I don't watch the class. So it's like, you know, the parent thing in school days with the kids. You know, every parent goes through that stuff. So, but Thea's really good kid. Plays a lot of sports. Carly's playing sports. And they're doing pretty good in school. So I can't complain about that. But that being said, in all this YouTube full-time. So I have a full-time job, and I do YouTube pretty much full-time with the job. A lot of people quit their jobs to do full-time, but I'm not doing that because YouTube don't pay my insurance and stuff like that. But I love YouTube so much that I still do it. I consider it almost full-time because I put a lot of work into my YouTube channel, as you guys know. Baseball, yeah, I took a baseball to my Oak Ridge. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. We did the giveaway or the contest, and somebody from my Facebook won it, so you know. So that was that. Okay, so that's October. Now we're gonna do November tickets. But yeah, so I took a baseball to the eye from my son practicing. It went through the protective mesh and smashed me in the eye and broke my orbital bone, my nasal cavity. I had multiple fractures on my eye socket, so it was pretty bad. So that's where we're at with that. Baseball to the eyeball. So, but yeah, we're making some stuff up here. But yeah, so that's, I'm really excited about the the videos coming out, you know. November, October, November. I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. November 30th. We're going to do November 30th. So yeah, so that is where I'm at right now with my eyeball. November 30th, 2025. Okay, so we're good with that. So let's see what people are saying. Yep, I'm ready to get back out there this weekend. Landowners hired me to take out the coyotes and possums killing your cats. Yeah, that's cool, David. That's really cool. But yeah, guys, get into the contest, man. Just take when you get a picture of your harvested deer, if you harvested one, just take a picture of it, email me the picture, and we'll put you in a contest, and you'll have a chance to win one of my shirts, a long sleeve or short sleeve. And that's it. But nobody harvested one yet, I guess, unless they just didn't enter. But I had a bunch of trail cam pictures, which was cool. And we're gonna do hey, what's up, Aaron? We're gonna do contests on my community tab all the time. You know what I mean? So keep an eye out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. It helps me out. I know on this that you get the vertical feed, you get the shorts feed and all that stuff. But if you do subscribe, I encourage you to go over, watch my long form videos. I think there's something for everybody there. So go over and check it out. It's really hard to get that transfer over from shorts to long form. And that's what I try to do in my videos. When I do shorts, I'm usually taking the shorts off of one of my videos that I do. I haven't been doing a lot of shorts lately because I haven't had time. I know shorts only take 30 seconds to do. It don't take much time to do them, but I haven't really popped them off anything. But the videos that are coming out now, you know, I have footage and things of different things that I can do on shorts to make them a little interesting. Thank you, David. I appreciate you, brother. Jason. Grayson, thanks, Grayson. I appreciate it, man. Got a Discord channel. I don't have a Discord channel. I don't get on. I was on Discord channels before, but I was sick of getting just messages constantly from and it wasn't even to me, it was like during the chat, and people were chatting about some crazy things, and sometimes, I don't want to say stupid things, because it might have been important for that person, so I don't want to say stupid things, but there were some things in them Discords that I really wasn't involved with, but I was receiving messages with, and I just didn't like it, so I don't do Discord, really. If you want to message me on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, or my YouTube channel. Go over to my community page. Go over there. You can message me in there. You can email me. All you got to do is go to my descriptions and get all the information about me if you want to get a hold of me. I spend a lot of time on my descriptions. And so you guys can go over and check it out and get a hold of me anytime you want. Instagram Messenger, Facebook Messenger, all that stuff. You can reach me on there. If you go to my description, you'll see, hey, Mom, thanks for coming in. You will see I mute most channels. Yeah, it's tough. You know, you mute them all. But I think they can see you muting them. And I don't want to be that person. You know what I mean? So, but Mom, I'm making all the tickets up right now. Yeah, the trio pack, that's all. You're going to love the pack. And up in the air, we just came out with a bunch of gland scents now. So if you go over to my link, use my link, go check out the gland scents. We got tarsal gland. We got the polyglandular mystic now. We got a bunch of interdigital, doe interdigital glands and stuff like that. So we went to the gland scents a little more, because that's, I really believe that that's where it's at, in the gland sense. And you know, Sean and I disagree happily to each other. Sean likes the you know, the deer pee up in the air in the tree. I am not a pee in the tree type of guy. I've never seen a deer pee in the tree, and I never would put pee up in a tree or hang it high. Pee belongs on the ground for me. That's just what I think. Now, Sean will beg to differ. He says, you know, when they clean themselves in that, they get it on their face and they rub it on the branches. I do believe that, but it's very minimal in my eyes. So I don't put pee up in a tree on the licking branches and everything. I put the gland scents up there where I believe they belong. That's how they communicate. And I never seen a deer lift their leg or pee up in a tree. So, hey, what's up, Johnny? Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate you. Johnny's doing some good stuff over on his channel, too. He has an awesome channel. Really nice guy. Very professional. His lives are held very, very well with respect. I really appreciate and respect Johnny Small Pepper. If nobody has him, make sure you're going over there and checking out Johnny. And Tina, hey, Tina, thank you for coming in. If you guys are in here and you see another channel on here, go over and check it out. Click on the channel. You can do it straight from here, I believe. I don't know how the vertical works too much, but I believe you can click on the logo and you can go look at their channel. What's funny is sometimes on these vertical lives, you will get people that comment some pretty crazy stuff, or you'll get the comments on your videos like, oh, you stink and you suck and all this. And then I always go look at their channel, and they don't even have a channel. They're just on their comment. And so you got to let that just go, you know, go by. But there's a lot of that stuff on the verticals that you can get into some people that really, some haters and things like that. But that don't bother me. I actually laugh at that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at with that. It doesn't bother me at all. You know, I'm just doing what I love to do, and hopefully you guys like it too. And I'm just putting it out there for you guys. I can learn from you. You can learn from me. You know, and by no means is my way the only way. I learned so much from people from YouTube, watching videos and watching what they do and trying things, and stuff works for me. Yoper, what's up? So, but yeah, but Johnny is a good dude. I respect him. He's very professional. Now, the guy will eat a pepper that will blow your head off, but I don't know how he does that. Don't know how he does it, but he does. I love hot stuff, but I don't think I could handle that stuff. But I got to get on one of Johnny's. Do you think feeding deer corn contributes to CWD or EHD? CWD is different than EHD. EHD comes from the mites and stuff like that. Buck Track Hooligans, hello, thank you for coming in. Please hit that like button. Yeah, I believe that you can get it from different things. Mostly it's from water, though. You know, the mud and everything, and the mites that are breeding in the water. When we had that drought, that was terrible, because all the water got smaller and all the mud was there. So those mites and the deer, the flies and what's that, no-see-ums, they hatch in that. So that made it really bad. So the best thing we need is a frost, you know, cold, to kill all that. But you can't help it. Every year, I have a place in Ohio that I go to. I have a lease down there. We have yet to see any damage on there yet, but a lot of our bucks are gone. My buddy Bob is down there, and he hunts every weekend, and he took the first week off to hunt this big deer down there. I don't even post the deer yet until we see if he's still living or whatever, because it's a monster. We call him Goliath, and he's been hunting him for 2 years, and he's got pictures of him this year. But then all of a sudden, that EHD and stuff hit, and a lot of his shooter bucks that he got on camera, there's only one showing up. So that's kind of scary. But there are ponds around there, so he's been walking and looking at the ponds to see if anything's floating, and he hasn't found anything yet. But these past 2 weekends, he's been in the tree. He's hunting public right off of our private sport. He's more on the public, and he's been sitting there at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and there has been kids walking in the woods right by him, or people, hunters, walking in the woods at like 8, 8:30. So that will kill your hunt. If anybody knows that, that just kills your hunt. And last week he called me and said, "You won't believe this." I said, "What's up?" He goes, "I'm sitting in the woods. It gets light out. There's a nice 6-point by him, and he's watching a 6-point, and the 6-point gets alert, and he's looking. So he looks down over the hill about 70 yards away, and here comes a kid up over the hill. And this is at 8 in the morning during hunting season. Jumps over the fence, gets over the fence, and he's walking in towards him. And he sees the buck. This kid sees the buck, so he stops, and he's using his binoculars on him. And my buddy's watching him, just watching him. And he's on the phone talking as he's doing all this. So my buddy's like, "What are you doing? Like, this is the second weekend that you guys have screwed me up." He spends a lot of time, a lot of money, and I know that's public land, but come on, guys. Don't walk in at first light talking on the phone. Get in your stands, get up there. It's archery season. The pushing, I don't agree with pushing during archery season at all either. Backtrack, I've talked. But, pushing in archery season is tough. A lot of people think because they have crossbows, they have guns now, and they can shoot deer running and all that. I've seen so many injured deer from pushing deer during archery season, it's unreal. I've had people shoot my tree with a bow and arrow, shooting at deer running while they're pushing. So I have had bad experiences with people pushing in my life, and I do not like it one bit. But you can't help it when you're on public land. You're susceptible to whatever anybody wants to do. That's why I seek out private, and I have a lease, so I can say, "Hey, you can't do that here. You're not supposed to be on here." So that's what I prefer. That's why we have our hunting camp. That's why I get private property permission and things like that. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, I don't believe in pushing in archery at all. Now, if you have a gun in your hand, it's a little different. You can pop a moving deer with a gun, no problem. But a bow is way different. A stick and string is way different than a gun. So that's just my thoughts. I'm not saying that it's wrong. Now, there are some people that do organized drives. If you watch the hunting public, they're really good at doing that stuff, and they are organized, and they're well organized. And they have people set up in spots where the deer come through almost like a natural, they call it like wind bumping and things like that, where the deer isn't hauling ass and running past you. They're actually just creeping past you, and you can get a shot that way. That is the right way to do it. Yeah, good public hunting is hard to come by for sure. So, but that's where he's at. I'm off that week of November 9th. And then Ohio decided this year to start the licenses off at $250, which that's what the normal price was. Now they raised it to $400 during the season. Now, how can you do that during the season? That kind of ticks me off. All these people that are planning trips or have not got their license yet, and they're planning to go to Ohio, they know that there's an EHD thing going on down there. I've heard of Ohio maybe cutting the season short because of EHD. So imagine this. I didn't get my license yet. I'm getting it. I don't get it early in the season because it was, I have other things and obligations to do. So when I get down there, I usually get it about a week or two before I go down. But now it's $400, where you're expecting $250. So look at these people that are planning hunts with guides or doing their own thing down there, and they're spending all this money. Then all of a sudden, boom, they raise the price during the season. That's like unheard of. I just don't know how they can do that during the season, raise it. It should be a set at the beginning, And then if they want to raise it, then they should promote that for next year, not the year. Hey, Ron, thanks for coming in, bud. But they should promote that, and they should just let you know that they're doing it next season. They shouldn't be able to raise that during the middle of the season. So that's kind of weird. And then to hear that they may cut your hunting season short, so that makes me think, is it all about their money? And most of the time it is. So they raise the prices to 400, people go down there and hunt, and then they cut your season short. That's not cool. So, PA, if you're listening, I hope you never do something like that. But I haven't heard of anything in PA yet with EHD, near me anyway, so we're good on that. But we haven't had anything found dead on our lease or nothing, but I do have a buddy who does hunt down there, and he has 1,100 acres, and he found like 45 deer, buck, dead. Dead. I mean dead. And usually the EHD does. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. But when you get a phone call, it usually stops. But I have it on Do Not Disturb, and it still does that. So I don't know what's up with that. But, yeah, imagine not getting your stuff cut short. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just really, really, really... Yeah, it's $400 for a non-resident tag in Ohio now. They raised the price. So you tell me if that's business or not. And then if they do that, they raise it, and then they cut the season short. That's crazy. And I just don't know how they can do that. But they did it. Which I think that's not cool at all. So some of the Ohio, what I thought about Ohio and what I think about Ohio is two different things now. But we do have a lease down there. And like I said, my buddy has 1,100 acres down there. And he's told me that he hasn't had on his camera a buck that he would raise his bow to shoot. Everything does come down to money. Yes, it does. Everything comes down to money for sure. So, but can you imagine if I go down, like I'm hunting the week of the 9th down there, right? My buddy Bob hasn't been seeing any shooters. Should I still pay for it? Yeah, I'm going to do it because I love hunting and I love it down there. I'm going to go do it because you never know in the rut what you're going to see. What's up, IL? Thanks for coming in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button if you haven't. Please do so. It helps the channel out a lot. But I'm going to go down and still hunt. But imagine me saying, okay, I'm going to hunt November 9th. That week, I got it all planned out. I took off work. I did all this. I scheduled it with my family, and my wife's making changes so she can get through the week while I'm gone and all this stuff. And then I go down there, and they say, oh, yeah, we're going to end the season in a week. I just paid $400 for my thing, and you're going to end the season. That's not cool. That's what I'm worried about. So we'll see how that works out. But I don't know how they can do that, but it's political or whatever, and I'm not really into that. So I'm just going down and doing me and having fun and trying to get a buck. So we'll see. But yeah, as you notice my PA stuff, I've been getting a lot of different bucks on it, but I ain't seeing them when I'm in the stand. Now I've only hunted evenings. So my plan is, guys, and let me know what you guys are thinking. My plan is it's going to be 39 degrees Friday morning. And it's a big dip, okay? And I will be out in the woods Friday morning. Now, I work Friday. So my plan is Thursday's looking really good, but Thursday I have a dentist appointment. My wife set up a dentist appointment. I want to get them all done right now so I don't have to do anything during, when I'm hunting. So this week I was going to go out in the mornings because I am on 3 to 11:30, but the weather right now is crappy. It's raining out and it's crappy weather, windy. It's kind of warm. It got cooler, but it's still kind of warm. So I am waiting for like the perfect time to get in there. What's up, the animal? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. So, and we are doing we're doing a contest on my community page. If you guys have not checked out my community page, go over there. I always post pictures and stuff that's going on with my channel and our, what we're doing and all that stuff. And I do run contests on my community page. Now, you guys are more than welcome to post on my community page as well. You can post your videos, your stuff. Now, it will go through me and I have to accept it and look at it. So I won't accept anything that's you know, vulgar or not related to the channels. But if you're like wanting to share your videos or something on my community page, you can go over there and post it, and I'll get an alert, and I just got to accept it and, you know, okay it. And, you know, I will do that for you guys if you want. That's sort of like a little way to get out there to other people. If you're interested in doing something like that, try it. Go over, try to post a video, one of your latest videos on my community page. I'll go over, accept it, and then you're out, and whoever's following me that may not be following you, you may get that follow. You may get that subscription from it. So feel free to do that. And like I said, just keep it clean. I won't accept anything that's goofy and political and all that stuff. So don't expect that to go through. But if it's a video in your channel and stuff like that, I have no problem with promoting and putting you out there. So make sure you're going over and checking that community tab out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And then if you're subscribed, make sure that all your notifications are turned to all, so you can so you can be alerted whenever I do new uploads and do giveaways and things like that. So make sure, if you are subscribed, always go back and double check and make sure your notifications are all for my channel. And like I said, guys, subscription is free. It helps us out. I think we have something for everybody. So go check it out. We do fishing and hunting mostly. We do family vlogs, vacation and stuff like that. We do some cooking. We do camping and things like that. So I believe there's something for everybody. We do ticket making. I'm making tickets right now for our Sportsman's Club. So if you're into ticket making, well, come over and join us. Now, I'm just doing this because I have some downtime here, and that's why I wanted to go live with you and do this, kill two birds with one stone, as you would say. So, but yeah, I appreciate all your support, guys. Everybody coming in here all the time and hanging out with me. And I do this little thing. It's called What's Happening YouTube, and it's basically me letting you know what's going on with my channel, or just shooting a breeze with you, letting you know what's coming up, what's going on, and things like that. So, yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in here and doing this with me. So, yeah, we're just making up the tickets for our deer management. Our deer management has been doing really well, and you will see, I am so excited, guys. You will see the video tomorrow with my son, our first sit of 2025. Shots fired, that's all I can say. So go over and check that out tomorrow. I will be putting it out there. Now, I do send alerts out myself on Messenger, so I hope you guys are okay with that. I use all the people that I send out alerts during the week. That's sort of my way of getting it out there to get some views or get some people in my lives, in the premieres. I'd like to get as many people in my premieres as I can. So if you see a premiere pop up, maybe, you know, share it out, get some people in there. I'm trying to get some people into my streams and my premieres as much as possible to help push that out there. Trying to get to 5,000 this year, so we're growing slowly, and that's good. You know, my analytics are good. People are watching my stuff. I'm more concerned about the watch time than I am about the subs. The subs, you can have, you know, I'd rather have 1,000 subs that watch my stuff than have 5,000 that don't. So that's where I'm at with that. That's how I feel about it. You know, I'm a long form guy. I like to make the videos and tell the story. So all my videos aren't always action packed with deer shots and, you know, action of, you know, seeing deer and stuff like that. But that's just how it really is out there. And that's what I want to bring to you, to let you guys know that, hey, it ain't all just shooting and going out and getting deer. It's a lot of work, a lot of sit time, you know, a lot of hours in the woods. That's what it's all about. So I want to bring that to you. And that's why there'll be times where, you know, you see some videos where there's no shots fired, no real action, but I'm explaining to you what's going on and stuff like that. So that's where we're at with that. All right, the next one is December 25th. Let's see, 25th, 765. Let's see this. So we're doing December tickets now, guys. And then we'll be done with all 3 tickets. Okay, so this is there. Let's see how this looks. December 25th. That's what we want. Christmas Day, these go off. And we do gun tickets every 4 months. Or no, I'm sorry, every 3 months. We do a gun ticket for the club too. And that goes towards our stuff as well. But we don't have no problem selling the gun tickets. We have 100 gun tickets with 10 numbers on. It's $20, and you can win 2 guns, or you can win $1,000 cash. So I usually get rid of them pretty quickly, but and when I don't, you'll see them posted, or let me know if you guys want one. I can do that. Hey, what's up, James? Thank you to Party. Thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate you. So let's do this here. All right. So yeah, let's see, Animal James. So yeah, that's where we're at. But go over, check out all my information. I appreciate it. And then I also have a website. It's OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS.us. I have pictures and stuff like that of us with, you know, what our catch is and with the deer. I have to add more hunting stuff to that website, guys, but it's just been so hard to get time to do it. I don't know if I'm going to keep running my website next year or not. I do get a lot of traffic through there. I do sell my baits on there, but mostly my baits are sold from word of mouth and like you guys and on YouTube and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to continue running that, but I do have it right now. It's OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS.us. I have a bait lab in there where I sell all my baits. And then there's just like some of my sponsors, or I don't want to say sponsors, partners and affiliates are on there, things like that. And pictures, basically, that's it. I don't have the time to get on there and run it like a page, like with stories and things like that. I would love to do it that way, but I would probably have to hire somebody to do that, and I don't have that. Have that option, you know, have the monies to do that right now, so I won't be hiring anybody to run my website. Plus, I like to do everything myself, that way I can consider it mine. I don't know how many of you guys get these emails and get all these requests from people saying, oh, your SEO screwed up. I can fix your SEO. Okay, how much? And I always do that to the people. I'm like, well, how much? And I'll carry a conversation on to them. And they're like, it's $24 or $20 a video for your SEO to get more subs and this and that. And it's $10 for this, and it's $20 for your thumbnail. So I go, yeah, but if I do that one time, I got to keep doing it all the time. And everybody that I know has done that, because you can tell on their channels. It's funny because people will have 500 subs, then all of a sudden they got 2,500 or 1,500 or 500. It usually goes up. There's never an uneven number. It's always the same number. It's always an even amount. So today you have 1,000 subs. Tomorrow you have 2,500 subs. It's like, come on, guys. Like, you know you're doing that. But people want to do that. That's their channel. It's up to them. I've talked to YouTube about it in our YouTube creator meetings and stuff, and they don't really care. They say that they can shut your channel down if they want to do that. But YouTube isn't doing that. And the answer that I got was surprising from them. Was like, they're like, hey, it's your channel. We want people on the channel. And if that's what they want to do, then they let it go. Unless there's some crazy thing going on, then they can shut your channel down from buying subs and stuff like that. So they want the interaction. So they don't mind that, really. And I thought that was weird, because I thought that'd be like, yeah, we don't want that in our thing. But they don't care. They want you to use the YouTube, and the more people on, the better. So I was surprised at the answer that I got for that, because I questioned that a few times. But you could see a lot of channels that do that, and then, you know, they'll get all these subs, and then all of a sudden they go away, or they're not posting anymore, or they're not getting the views. There is one channel, I'll never forget this, guys, and I won't mention the channel to you guys. It was when I was starting out, and I'm still small, and I mean, I'm by no means am I a big YouTube channel or anything. I just put a lot of work into it, okay? I mean, a ton of work into it. And so I got this on Instagram. I got a message from a kid who's younger than me. He's like, hey man, you know, you're not getting your views on your channel and this and that, you know, this, and your analytics are going to be messed up. You're not getting views. You should fix it and get your views up and this and that and the other. And I'm like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't want to go buy stuff. I don't want to go have help with SEO. I'm going to try to figure it all out myself. I'm just going to post the way I do. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Go over and check out a video and maybe make a comment on there. That'd be awesome. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And make sure you're hitting the like button. It helps out a lot. So this kid's telling me all this stuff on how to do things. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to do it my way. I don't care if I want to work my way up and grow slow. I don't need to grow fast. Well, here I'm looking at this kid's channel now. And he has all these shorts. And he's got like 65,000 subscribers. But I got as many views on my channel than he does on his. You know what I mean? Like, you got 65,000 subscribers and you're getting 200 to 500 views on your videos. That's kind of, your analytics aren't that good, you know? But I don't go and comment on it and tell him, hey, you messed up. If you want to do that on your channel, that's fine. It's just that I've seen so many channels buy stuff for their channel and buy things and do some things, and it's not their channel anymore, you know what I mean? And then their channel goes downhill and they start losing views and everything, because when you're buying views, you're just buying views for that one video. You know, so if you get one video with 25,000 views and then the next video gets 100 views and then you got 8,000 subscribers from that, and then you gain 10 subscribers in the next 6 months, I mean, it's pretty obvious to see what you did, you know what I mean? So if that's what you guys want to do, if that's what people want to do with their channels, then have at it. But I've seen a lot of channels go downhill from doing that. And a lot of people aren't even posting anymore because of that. Because I think they know that, you know, they know now. One of the mounts just turned its head. Yeah, I don't think so. They're pretty much well off. There's a guy right there, my big guy. See him right there? He's staring at the door. I have all of my mounts usually facing the center of the room or staring at the door when you walk in. So, on the hunt, hey buddy, if you want to get a hold of me, we can maybe even do a collab or even like an off-air thing where I can talk to you about it. I mean, I can show. I'm by no means am I professional, but I can give you some pointers if you want. I wanted to talk to you anyway about like maybe getting up and doing a collab or something, you know, getting on a live stream with me and talking to get you out there and get people, you know, watching. And like I said, I'm not going to get you 1 million views and all this stuff, but it helps. I suggest to people when they're starting out or when they want to grow is, you know, jump on people's live streams. Get in there, make comments, interact with people. Moo Moo. Hey Roger, how you been, bud? Okay, so what's up, Moo Moo Cow? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button. But yeah, I suggest doing that. Going on, sort of like, what do they call that? You know, just going out there and I guess, you know, just getting your channel out there, getting in there, making comments on people's lives, talking to people's in live streams. There's a word for it. I can't think of it right now. And that's what you want to do. And get out there and people will sub to you, you know. Of course, you want to act, you don't want to act a fool on these things and say stupid things. But, you know, you get on there and you interact with people. You know, you're going out there and you're, man, what is the name of that? And I can't remember right now. What companies do when they go to these, like, these meets, or they have like these you know, social events, they go out and they they go out and, you know, market and all that, their stuff. That's what you want to do. But yeah, on the hunt, we need to part-time thing now. I have a full-time job for kids, so it's just fun putting out a couple little, yeah, that's cool. I mean, if that's the way you want to do it. But if you ever want to jump on with me, we can do a collab. We can talk about what you're doing, get you out there a little bit. Talk about if you hunt, you fish, you know, your kids, anything like that. It's cool to get on and just shoot the breeze and let people know what you're about. It may bring some people over to your channel for sure. So we can definitely do that. You can always reach me, like I said, on Instagram, Messenger. I'm off the hook on just about everything. Off the Hook Outdoors in my FishAngler, Fish Brain, TikTok, on my Instagram. I'm on RUKU TV, Apple Podcast. I'm on all that stuff. I'm, you know, on the American Angler Outdoors Network on TV. I'm on the Backroads Outdoors TV network. So that's kind of cool to be on TV. You put the TV on and you see your channel up there. That's kind of cool. So yeah, so if you ever want to do that, let me know, and we can definitely get a collab going and get a live stream and get you up there and just talk about what you do. So I am more than happy to do that. And like I said, I'm not going to get you 1 million subscribers or nothing, but at least it'll get you out there. People see what you're about, and you know, and then people will choose to sub to you or not. You know, you can't make people sub to you. So, but yeah, that's what it's all about. Just getting out there, and like you said, you're learning from people. You know, doing things like that, seeing what other people are doing on their channel. You could see how to maybe do some things, and maybe you like something I do, I like something you do, and we try that on your channels. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Jinxum, really exciting. They announced it to the public yesterday, all their new products. So go over to my Jinxum link. If you're going to order anything from Jinxum, make sure you're using my code OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS. You'll save some money on your order. The only thing that code don't work for is the clothing, because it's a print-on-demand thing, so they don't offer the discounts on that kind of thing. But all their scents, all their seed, food plot seed, all of their seasonings, you know, to prepare your game after you harvest it, that's all included in there. So go over, check them out. I see Jinxum Scents as like a one-stop shop, you know what I mean? And now that they got into this gland sense, I think that's awesome. They're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and they're awesome people to work with and work for. And I'm glad I'm a part of the pro staff for sure. So, and I can't wait till tomorrow, till the video comes out of my son and I hunting for his first hunt this year. Really exciting. Then we have a second hunt. We have somebody taking a deer. Their first time hunting on that video. Not this one coming up, but the next one. So there's some really exciting stuff coming up on the channel. I have a few of my hunts that are on there of the new property that are coming out. I got a bunch of stuff in editing. So what I do is I work till 11:30 at night, then I come home and I start editing till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I get to bed. Then I get up in the morning and then do my rounds at the house here, try to clean up a little bit and get stuff ready for the kids when they get back, and my wife. And then I head to work and then do it all over again. And then in the mix of all that, I got to try to get out there and hunt. So, and create videos and things like that. So that's my life, and that's all I do. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't go to the bars and things like that. I hang out with the kids. I do my hunting and fishing, and that's what I love to do. So that's me in a nutshell. So, and if you look at my channel and videos, you'll know that's me by just what I do. That's exactly what I do. So, but yeah, I'm really excited about this. But Friday, let's get back to this stuff, guys, with this morning and evening hunting. What do you guys think about the morning hunts, and what do you think about the evening hunts? Early, like October. Because I'm seeing all kinds of stuff out there, and I have some well-respected, and I respect a lot of the people that are online and the people that are telling you not to hunt October, you'll screw it up. But then I have guys and friends that have taken some really nice bucks in early October in the mornings. So I don't know what to do, guys. You tell me. But really, I have been really limiting my time in the woods, because I haven't even hunted down here locally in my spot, my private spot at home yet. I haven't hunted it one time, and I'm waiting for that. So Thursday morning looks pretty decent out, and if it's not raining and stuff, I may go down to my spot here locally at home and hunt the morning, because I have a dentist appointment at 12. So I'll go down there and hunt till like 10:30, come home, get a shower, get ready, and then go to my dentist appointment, then go straight to work. And then Friday morning, I'm going to go out to the new property. I'm going to start hunting mornings with this cold front coming in. Well, in the mornings early, late hunt, early season. What they mean by that, or early season hunts, hunting and stuff. The bucks it's warm out. The bucks don't like to move. They have a fur coat on. You know, they're big, they're fat, they're lazy. All they want to do is eat and sleep. And if you put it into perspective, in the summertime, if you're out there in the summer, you're working in your yard all day and you're sweating your butt off, all you do is want to come in and hit the air conditioning and relax. You don't want to be out there all day like the deer are. I relate all the deer activities. I always try to relate to human behavior, okay? And I found that's the easiest way to be successful in the woods, actually. You know, a deer goes the same route all the time for a preferred food source. Sometimes they veer off. Sometimes you want Burger King, sometimes you want McDonald's. That's just the way it is. If I got to go to Burger King, I drive up that road and I cut down that road and I get to McDonald's. If I want to go to Burger King, I go down that road, I cut down that road, and I end up at Burger King. So it just depends. There's ways to go, and that's how deer are. They walk certain ways to do things. If they want to go to water, they got to walk this way. If they want to go to food, they got to walk this way. If they like acorns, if they like somebody's tomato plants, and this is urban, but it does relate to big woods deer as well. They have a pattern. You can pattern them. Early season food patterns, yes, you can get on a buck early season, but they recommend you do it in the evening on the feeding pattern. And the reason is because it's warm out. The bucks go out and eat, and they get back to their beds and want to stay there, secluded in their bedding areas. So when you're walking in the morning at 5:30 in the morning in the dark, you're leaving your scent out in the morning, you're going in, you're getting up in your stand, but you're blowing deer out of the area, the deer that you can't see, or the deer are already past you in their bedding area. So there's no reason to go in there if they're already past you and they're bedding down. They're not going to get up and come past you. So what's up, John? Thanks for coming in. Early season for boar where I live, trying to go for PB. So far my PB is very cool. Very cool. Hopefully you get the PB, John, for sure. Thank you for being in here. So early season, they're saying stay out of the woods in the morning. You should only be hunting food sources in the evening. And it is ran successful for so long. I've seen it happen. Now, I was always a morning hunter because I had to work in the evenings. When I was on steady second shift, 3 to 11, that's the only opportunities I've had. And I've shot a lot of deer in the morning. But to get to that, now we're not talking about 2.5, 3.5, even 4.5-year-old deer. When you start getting into your 5.5 and 6.5-year-old deer, they are a smart animal. And you don't want to booger them up because you're not going to see them again. So if you're just out there meat hunting and you want to shoot a deer and you're happy with a 1.5-year-old or a 2.5-year-old or even a 3.5 and 4.5-year-old, you can go out there in the mornings, early season, shoot a buck and be done. But if you're going after those mature animals and you want to shoot a 5.5, 6.5-year-old buck, you know, the biggest buck in your area, then they recommend you not going in there and hunting early in the season because you can booger them up really easy and they can move or they can just turn nocturnal on you. So that's where that morning hunt, early season morning hunts are out the window. But I've hunted mornings for years and I've shot deer, but I've shot 2.5 and 3.5-year-old bucks because I won't shoot a 1.5-year-old or anything like that. Now I won't shoot a 2.5-year-old. I'm on the 3s and 4s and 5s. And right now, I'm trying to get those 4s and 5s. So this weekend, going to the Gulf and hunt for graders. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, first thing in the morning is it's a trick, you know. But now, late season October, this 23rd to the 1st, they're moving. They're going to be pre-rutting and stuff like that. So they're going to get up and move. And there is a study, and I'm gonna do a live on this coming up too. But barometric pressure, how it relates to deer. And I'm going to do a video on this, or not a video, I'm going to do a live stream on this. I might have somebody come up with me, maybe Josh or Chris from City Stick or something like that. But I'm doing a lot of research and reading things and stuff like that. And they did a study with the barometric pressure and how it relates to deer and big bucks and all that. And barometric pressure rising, okay? Deer have millions of receptors in their nasal cavity, okay? Millions. And they could smell, if you're cooking a pot of stew, they will smell the carrots, potatoes, corn, salt, pepper, everything that's in that stew. That's how detailed their smelling is, okay? Well, barometric pressure relates to this, and a deer cannot control it, okay? They can't control this, and that's what's so neat about this. And if you go over to the Hunter podcast, number 276 with Josh Bomar, the dude is a freak. Josh Bomar is unbelievably knowledgeable with deer behavior because he studies that for human biology because he's a bodybuilder and things like that. Okay? And so they did a study, and he was talking about this the other day, and I want to bring it to all the followers and all my people that are here. And so I started researching it myself. And it's just an awesome thing, and it's very neat. when I'm done with the tickets, Dad. So we got 3 months of tickets, and I ordered the gun tickets today. And I made dinner, and I cleaned the living room, and I did all that stuff. So yay for me today. So anyway, so they do a study with the barometric pressure and how it relates to deer and deer movement, right? So everybody knows to hunt a cold front. A cold front's coming in on Friday. Guess what? I'm going to go hunt that cold front. You get up in your stand and you see a doe or buck or smaller deer, and you're like, man, it's kind of dead for a cold front. You'd think you've seen a lot more deer. Well, barometric pressure has to play with these cold fronts coming in. Barometric pressure usually rises hours or maybe a day before the cold front comes in. So, guys, just my opinion. I'm not I'm not a scientist. It's just I do a lot of research, okay? And I get into it, and I'm crazy into things like this. And I was talking to my buddy this weekend down at camp, and I was like, dude, you're going to think I'm crazy. And he's like, no, it's interesting. And it's interesting to me. You know what I mean? I wish I would have did this in school. When I was younger, I wish I would have followed this path when I was in school, because right now I love it. So the barometric pressure rises, say a day before the cold front gets here. Well, that barometric pressure, what that does to a deer is they have all these receptors in their nasal cavity. Well, the barometric pressure, they react to this barometric pressure in this way, and they cannot help it. Okay, that's the neat thing about this. So what that does is it releases a hormone in the deer called cortisol. And cortisol is like an anxiety, like it makes them antsy, okay? They want to get up and move. So that's one hormone that the barometric pressure with this nasal receptors releases in their body, and they cannot control it. Now, we'll relate that to the humans in a second here. But so the cortisol is released. It makes them get up and want to move. Okay, they can't sit still. They have to get up and move. So a cold front's coming in. The barometric pressure, say the cold front's coming in on Friday. And this week is a perfect example. That's why I think I'm going out both days. Thursday, the barometric pressure starts rising. Those deer start getting antsy and they want to move. So daylight movement, that's going to make them move in daylight. Well, here, they found that there's another hormone that it releases, and it goes hand in hand with movement, and it's called ghrelin. It's like Grhellin, ghrelin. It's another hormone that it releases in a deer, and another hormone that they cannot control. This is based on barometric pressure and their receptors, is it releases the hormone ghrelin, and ghrelin is a hunger hormone, okay? Now, they cannot control that. Now, people that want to eat and bodybuilders that want to eat more, they can control this ghrelin in the human body by taking supplements. Or if you want to not eat and lose weight, you can take a shot, or them shots they're giving you in the stomach that can control that hunger hormone, which is ghrelin in the human body. So you can control that in the human body. A deer can't. So a deer's hunger and their movement, now they have two hormones with the barometric pressure rising. So now that is the perfect time to get a big buck on their feet and moving, because they cannot help that. So the barometric pressure and the cold front, hunt them together and keep an eye on the barometric pressure. And I can almost just about guarantee, because I'm not a scientist and I don't want to say I guarantee, but that's going to be your best times to get them big buck up on their feet in daylight movement to move. The moon phase, yeah, I mean, we've hunted moon phases, and I've hunted the red moon, I've hunted the hunter's moon, you know, stuff like harvest moons. This year I hunted the harvest moon in the evenings, and I didn't see one deer, okay? A few years ago in Ohio, I hunted the red moon in Ohio, and it was one evening, it was warm, and everybody was saying, you know, hey, the hunters, you got to be out there in the evening and this, and I'm out there, and I seen one of the biggest bucks of my life chasing deer, and it came within 40 yards of me, and all it had to do was cut across this one path, and I would have had a 180 class buck. That would have been my biggest buck. It's the biggest buck I've ever seen, and it was during the red hunter's moon in like November. And I think that's why I love that November 9th week, because it was during that week a few years ago. So have I had success because of the moon? I can't say yes, I went and shot that deer because it was the hunter's moon or the harvest moon or it was a full moon. Now, deer will move during the daylight hours. If there's a full moon at night, those deer will be back in the bed early, and they get up earlier to move. But I pay attention mostly. Number one thing for me is weather. You can't trump weather. If it's hot out, the deer aren't going to move. If it's cold out, the deer will move. You can't trump weather. And now, since I'm doing this research, is the barometric pressure. So those two things are what I'm concentrating on this year. I want to see how that works out. It's always been temperature with me with cold fronts and everything, but if you look into it a little deeper with this barometric pressure, a lot of people hunt the cold fronts and they're missing that barometric pressure rise. Like they could be out a day earlier where it could be on fire, and then they're hunting the cold front the next day where the deer are still moving. And usually when you have the cold front move in, that barometric pressure stays high, but the initial rise of it is when it's the hottest with the deer movement. So look a day before that cold front or a day or two before the cold front and see where that barometric pressure is going to be rising. And that's the time you want to try to be in the woods. And if you do that, I think you're going to see more deer and more mature deer at that time. That's when the deer cannot help themselves and they're up on their feet and they have to feed and they have to move. So why not be in the woods when it's prime time? And a lot of people don't know that prime time. They think the cold front's the prime time, whereas the day before could have been the prime. Not saying that deer is not going to move throughout that cold front, but that's the most exciting time, and your best odds of deer movement during that time might be a day before the cold front gets here if the barometric pressure is rising. Another thing with the barometric pressure, if you see 33 point something, you got to be in the woods. If the pressure is rising and you're 33, that's a high pressure. That's when you got to be in the woods. You got to be. So what they're talking about October into November with the hunting is, why waste your days in October when you have warm days and this and that? Why not get your stuff done around the house? Help your kids out doing their things, helping your wife out doing those things. So those awesome prime days in like the end of October into November come along, it's a lot easier to take off and go into the woods. But if you're hunting all month in October and you're not home and you're not helping out and your wife's doing everything herself and she's making dinner and she's taking the kids here and she's watching the kids and she's up later than normal and she's picking them up from practice all through October, how's that going to work out for you when you want to go away for a week in November? It's going to be kind of like, ugh, and then you got to do your part as a father or husband. So I limit now. I'm learning. As I get older, guys, I'm learning just to limit some of my days in October. I'll take my son out. My wife don't mind me hunting. She doesn't. She's awesome. Couldn't ask for a better wife and mother for my kids. I mean, she's great. But why not help out and just pick and choose your days? Like, look at the weather patterns. Look at the 10-day forecast and say, okay, instead of me going out every morning to hunt and my wife takes the kids to school every morning while I'm hunting, why not just choose one of those days and then take your kids to school for her in the mornings? Because that'll make it easier in November for you or when it's prime time. So just think about all that stuff. I'm not saying you have to do that. If your wife lets you go anytime you want, then you're good to go. That's awesome. My wife lets me go whenever I want. It's just me getting older and getting smarter and knowing. I don't want to say pick and choose in fights because my wife don't really fight about it with hunting. She'll ask for help and things like that. So there's where you got to take it upon yourself to know when you should help and when you want to be in the woods. So limit your days when you're sort of not really there. Like, if you don't have an 80% chance of shooting a deer, don't go out in the woods. You know what I mean? If you're going to go out and waste your day and your wife's doing all the work and you do 10 of those in October, then come the end of October when you want to be in the woods, what if she needs you for something and then you got to do it? You know what I mean? So if you pick and choose your days, and I'm not just saying doing that for your wife so you're allowed to go hunting. I'm saying is you don't want to blow your stand out and you don't want to hunt every day during warm days and putting your scent in the woods and lowering your odds. Stay out of there. Let your cameras do the work. Go in, even going into getting your cameras. Like today's rainy. I could be out there pulling my cameras right now. Windy, rainy days are awesome to go in, pull your camera, get your intel, and get out of there. Not hunt it. Get in, get out. Hot days, go in at noon, but be scent free. Don't go in there like you're not hunting. Go into these. A lot of people go into the woods to get their camera, they're wearing tennis shoes, shorts, and they walk in just because they're going to go grab their camera card. You gotta enter and exit your stand, and you are going to be around your stand Hey, what's up? So, what's up, Glacier? So, you got to go in there and prepare just like you're hunting. You don't want to leave scent in there going in and coming out because them deer are going to be there when you're not there. And if they come past your path that you're going in and out, they know your exit and entry. So, they're going to avoid that. You know what I mean? So, you don't want to do that. You don't want to put your scent and leave your footprint in there, I should say. So go in, wait for a really crappy day. Like tomorrow might be my day where I go down and pull my camera. It's going to be Wednesday. I'm probably going to hunt it Thursday. So maybe I'll go in Wednesday. If it's raining out, I'll go in, get it. And I'll wait till like 11, 12 o'clock when the deer are probably in their beds and they're away from my area. I'll go in there, scent free, sprayed up. I'll put the foam in my limit shield, foam in my hair. I'll spray down, wear the rubber boots, wear rubber gloves, go in, pull my card, put it in, and get out of there. And then I'll look at my pictures Wednesday night and say, is there anything there? I'm going out Thursday. What am I waiting for? That big 7-point was there. Or that big one from last year came back. He's there. I kind of know that they're going to be there around November 14th to the 19th in that area. They're always in that area around then. I get some really good pictures then. So I'm like not going to rush my shot or like take a deer that I don't really want to take. I'm going to wait until I get the one that I want or that November. And I can do that from the intel of the 125 great hunter hammer tipped. Yeah. But go in there, be smart about it, pull your camera, get in, get out. Don't pressure it. Look at the camera, see what's there. I always have my cameras on my scrapes. If the deer are working the scrapes, I don't go in and keep putting spray in the scent in the scrapes. I activate it one time to get them there, and once the deer starts showing up, I don't mess with it. Now during the rut, of course, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put some estrus scent in there, some rutting buck in there, so they know that there's something new happening there during the rut and they're intruding. So then you're going to get the deer coming in to say, hey, you're in my territory. That's the kind of dominant buck type deals you want to get, and that's a whole nother issue and a whole nother subject we can talk about. But scheduling, sit back, take your time. Don't just say, oh, I'm going hunting this weekend. You didn't even look at the weather, you're just going hunting. Well, look at the weather, see what's going on. This weekend's going to be really good. My son got a dance Friday night. I want to be at camp Friday night with him. I want to hunt Friday night, but we can't. He's going to a dance, so I back up a little bit, and then I make a plan. Okay, Saturday morning, it's going to be 37 degrees. We're going to be not out there. He won't be with me Saturday, but you better believe I'm going to be in the woods Saturday morning, and then he's sleeping from Friday night. I'll be out in the woods Saturday morning. Then I'll come home. I'll hunt locally Saturday morning here. Probably Thursday I'll hunt locally here by my house. Friday I'll go hunt the new property and then go straight to work. And then Saturday I'll hunt this property again in the morning. And then I'll come home, and Saturday around 11 o'clock I'll be gathering all of our stuff together and loading the truck up. Theo and I are going to head down to camp to hunt Saturday evening and Sunday morning because that's going to be prime time for him. And when you look at these videos that are upcoming here, you're going to see we got some good ones down there, and Theo's had some opportunities. So make sure you're checking out the videos that are coming out in the next couple weeks here. And I got a lot of them coming out too. I may even throw some in, like 2 of them during a week. So that's where we're at with that. And I'm just trying to tell you this, like what I'm doing, what I'm experiencing, and what I hear from other people online and researching and things like that. I mean, if it makes sense to you, but if you only have opportunities certain days you can go, then you got to go. I'm not discouraging you not to go. Get out there and go when you can. You know what I mean? But I'm saying up your odds by researching it, checking the weather patterns, look at the barometric pressure, look at the temperatures, see what time of year it is, and pick and choose those high percentage days to be in the woods. That way you're not wasting time or you're not boogering up your area when your odds are low. You know what I'm saying? So definitely try to do that if you can. And I think your success rate will increase by doing that. So that's just my opinion, guys. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Try it. Let me know how you feel. Just do it on your own. And remember what I said. I'm not saying that it works 100%, But for me, that's the way I do it, and a majority of the hunters do it that way. I've seen the last year or two, 2 years or so, I've seen bigger bucks in the woods by doing stuff like that, not pressuring the areas, because there was years where I was in the wood Monday through Friday every week because I was working nights, so I'd hunt every day. I figured my chances are better the more I hunt, and that's not the case. Your chances go down every time you're in there because you're leaving scent trails, you're alerting the deer to your presence. No matter how scent free you are, you're never 100% scent free. So, do your best in trying to do that. Urban deer are smart. People think that in urban counties or urban settings that the deer are dumb because they see people all the time. Try to shoot a 5.5, 6.5-year-old buck in an urban area. They are smart. They may be smarter than the deer that are out in the woods, out in the country, what I want to say, the big woods. Because they need to be alert at all times because there's people around all the time. So, the deer in the urban areas are very smart. It ain't like you can just go out and shoot a buck. You can shoot a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, maybe a 4-year-old. 1.5-year-olds, you can shoot them all day long. Doe, same thing. You can shoot a doe in an urban area like nothing. But if you get these Ohio urban areas and you're going and you dump a bunch of corn out, you're going to get a deer. Of course, you're going to get a deer. But that 5.5, 6.5, that mature deer, that big one, that 150, 180 class buck, the mature bucks, them older deer, they're smart animals. So you got to be on your toes and you got to make plans and do your best to be scent free. We're never going to be 100% scent free. But when you're out there, use the best products that you can and you can afford. Jinxum is one of them. When you're out there getting your stand set up and you can bait or you can put stuff out, or after the season, the Redmond Trophy Rock has minerals like you wouldn't believe. It helps the deer from, on a molecular level, from down to the iron and zinc and calcium and phosphorus, and all the minerals that the deer needs are in that Redmond Trophy Rock, and it's all natural. Deer love that. I put that out all year long in Ohio. I have 3 trophy rocks sitting at my stand right now that I dump my corn and my mineral and my feed and everything in that area there, so that it's available to them all year. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, just if you slow down and think of it and come up with a plan, I think you'll be more efficient in your hunting strategies. So that's just something that I'm throwing out there to you guys to you can listen or you don't have to listen. I'm just saying that's just me trying to tip you guys off on what you can do to help improve your odds and be in the woods on those high percentage days. When you're down there below 20% and you're in the woods just sitting there and you don't see any deer, you're still putting your scent out there. You're still letting them know that you're there no matter what you do. So, pick and choose those days wisely in October. If you only can hunt the mornings, then by God, get out there and hunt the mornings, but be careful. Try to get in there early. Let your cameras, let your deer cameras help you out. I know people that religiously use their deer cameras to hunt deer, and I think that's a mistake. I think that the deer you get on your camera is only a percentage of the deer that are in the area. I mean, you got a deer that has to walk past you 30 yards in front of your camera. What about the deer that are 50 or 80 yards away that are coming past or don't even come down that way? You got to be in the woods to shoot them. But, I know a lot of people that hunt their cameras. If they don't see a buck on the camera that they want to get, they're not hunting it. I don't agree with that at all because I had my deer last year in Ohio. I had one picture of them in September. I didn't have nothing in October. I shot my buck on October 26th. Never had a picture of them in that area from September 28th to October 26th. Never had a picture of him. October 26th, I sat in the stand. He came in within 3 hours of me sitting there. I shot him. It was the biggest buck of my life. It was that buck right there. That buck right there was what? 12 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My biggest buck to date. And I never had a picture of him from September to October 26th. That evening he came in and I shot him. And he wasn't on my camera for a month. Should I have not have been there? That just, to me, was the deal changer. You know what I mean? The closer right there that you got to be in the woods. on those high percentage areas. And October 26th is a great time to be in the woods because that's when the pre-rut starts. And he come into my scrape, left, went into the thicket, come down the hill. There was a 4-point at my bait pile eating. He didn't like that 4-point being there. He come down the hill. He made a rub, aggression. He showed aggression. He come walking in. That 4-point went around him, away from him. He came in within 20 yards, and I shot him, and that was it. But I never had him on camera from September to October 26th. Should I have not have been in that stand? That just goes to show you got to be there, and it works out sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you make it happen yourself as well. So that's where I'm at with that. So. But all right, guys, it is 1 o'clock. I've been going for about an hour and a half now, 85 minutes. I'm going to get off of here. I got to get ready for work, get some things here, pack up my lunch, get a shower, and get into work. So happy hunting, guys. Remember, I'm premiering my video tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on Off the Hook Outdoors. So please, if you see it, it's posted out there now. Grab it, share it out to your friends and family. Let them know to come in. It's going to be cool, a cool video tomorrow. So make sure you're sharing us out. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Check out my description, all my partners and affiliates. Go over, download the RUKU app, and watch us on RUKU TV and Apple TV and all that good stuff with the Backroads Outdoors TV network, the American Angler Outdoors Network as well. All my links and all my partners and affiliates are in my description. I also have a bunch of share codes that you can save money if you order from anybody. So go over there. I have Eulatech. I have Fishoholic, great company. Go over and check them out. They have great gear, great sunglasses are awesome for the price. Go over, check out my FishAngler free invite app. You can go over there and, you can post pictures and stuff with people that love to do what you love to do. So go over, check out that. My store is on there as well. All my emails are on there. And then my social media and everything's on there as well. So, and you can check me out at Facebook, FishAngler, FishBrain, Camo Space, Instagram, TikTok, and all those Facebook, all those good spots. So, with that being said, is eating pork in Minecraft harem? I have no idea about Minecraft. But thanks for coming in, William. Hit that like button if you haven't. But it's over now, guys. So have a great week. Make sure you're coming over to my channel, checking out the community page as well. We're running a contest. If you shot a deer, doe, or buck, send a picture in, and you'll be entered into winning a long sleeve or short sleeve off the hook shirt from my store. Go over, check out the store, go browse through it, order some stuff, and help support the channel. If anybody wants to make a donation, I have PayPal and Venmo on there as well. If you want to make a donation to the channel, that's on there. So I appreciate it. And like I always say, guys, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see you.